This is a very impressive crowd. I did not think that there were this many seniors in the Allegheny Highlands. I know none of you are seniors, you're just planning early enough. So, I'm John Rainone. I'm the college president of Devon Lancaster Community College. It is really a pleasure to see everyone and to welcome everyone to the campus. This is a little crazy time because it's a week before classes start, but we're really wonderful. We're really honored to have you, and we're also thankful for this partnership. It was hard to believe that we actually did this 5 years ago. It seemed like it was just a couple of years ago, but we're really thrilled to have this partnership. This program will bring together local experts and sometimes, and really try to explain sometimes some confusing elder laws and not so senior types of things that were happening. And yes, I'm getting to that age that I'm going to sit in the back and take a lot of notes myself. So if we can make this visit more enjoyable for you, please let somebody know. The restrooms, there's a set here, and there's a set if you go through the double doors. I know box lunches are coming, so there will be a mad rush to lunch. You know, as you look at your planning, I wasn't going to do this, but Bill Wilson wanted me to do it. So he's a member of our college's educational foundation, so he's doing his job. But as you look at your planning, okay, and your future planning, we have one mission at the college, okay? We have really one mission. And our approach is, where there's a will, we want to be in it. So, have a great day and enjoy yourself. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, President Rainone. On behalf of everybody here, all the seniors, or would-be seniors, or caregivers, on behalf of the panel, on behalf of the Allegheny Bath Highland Bar Association, I want to thank Devon Lancaster Community College for making this facility available to us. They've done it several times. We've had this program, if my count is correct, 4 times. We started in 2002, 2003, somewhere along there, and then we try to do it about every 5 years. It's a great thing, in my opinion. I've heard nothing but good comments on all the other programs. As Dr. Rainone said, the restrooms are over here, lunch will be served over here. There are 2 big coolers of water over here, and if you can discreetly go back and forth to get your water, please do so. We're going to try to keep it as low-key as possible, so if you feel the need to go over there, just be quiet about it. Before, and I want to thank you. As you all came in, I asked you to fill in from the front to the back. I said it's not like church. You know, you don't have to sit on the back row. So, but everybody followed orders, and it's a wonderful crowd. Years ago, I served on the Senior Lawyers Conference of the Virginia State Bar. And the head man in that, the guy who was the power behind the throne, and he was also at one point chairman of that conference, was Frank Brown. And I talked to him several weeks ago about this. He said, I'm coming up. So I want to introduce him to you, and he brought his wife Susan. And will you all stand so people can see you and throw money at you, whatever they do. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the president of the Virginia State Bar, and I don't know how many lawyers we have in Virginia now. I think 50,000. And you know, when you think about that, you think, good golly, we can't possibly need all those lawyers. But we now have well over 8 million people in Virginia. So if you divide it out, it doesn't sound quite as bad. But head of that, and she took office at July 1st, I think, or the end of June, somewhere in there. It's Marni Byrum. and she presides over 50,000 lawyers, and it's mostly regulatory work. She can tell you more about it if she wants to, but she's at the helm of an organization that regulates itself, and I think they do a pretty good job of it. Self-regulation draws some criticism sometimes, but we are under the auspices of the Virginia Supreme Court, so the court is looking over our shoulder all the time. But Marni's doing a great job, and it's not often that we get the president of Virginia State Bar to Allegheny County. That doesn't happen a lot. She's from Alexandria. She is a partner in the firm of McQuaid and Byrum. She does labor, employment, and personnel law, and she is an expert in the field of ethics. She has been more than active in the Virginia State Bar. She's on council now, which is the governing body. I'm serving with her. She's on the executive committee. She just put me on the executive committee, so I'm kind of proud of that. She's the past chair of the Standing Committee on Ethics. She has served on the Judicial Selection Committee, and she has served on the Standing Committee on Budget and Finance. She served on the Standing Committee on the Future of Law Practice. So you can see that this job doesn't pay anything. This is public service 101. She's done mammoth work on behalf of the people of Virginia and the lawyers. She is AV rated by Martindale-Hubbell. Martindale-Hubbell is a company that rates the lawyers. They do research, and AV is as high as you get. And she's got that. She's also served on the Boyd Graves Conference, which is a think tank conference sponsored by the Virginia Bar Association. She's been on that for some time. In 2014, she was named a leader of the law by the Virginia Lawyers Week, which is quite an honor. She's the past president of the Virginia Women's Attorneys Association. And then we get to the good stuff. She went to Virginia Tech. That's where my daughter went. That's where my son-in-law went. And she's done well. She served on the alumni board. And she knows Nick and Nancy Moulton. Somebody told me back there. They're old friends, and I didn't know it until last night, late in the night when we were talking about old times. She has been she's been on the President's Advisory Board. She's on Dean's Roundtable, Colleges, Arts and Sciences, and she's got the Distinguished Services Award from Virginia Tech. And I could go on. I read the resume last night, and I thought if I go through all of this, it would take up most of the morning. So, Marni, that's not a full report on you, but with that, I'm going to introduce you to these folks and ask you to say whatever it is you want to say. And on behalf of everybody, thank you for coming up to see us.
Good morning. Thank you, Bill. As president of the State Bar, I spend a lot of time traveling around the state, talking globally and from 50,000 feet about what the Virginia State Bar is all about our mission to protect the public, to regulate the profession, to improve access to justice, and to educate the judiciary and lawyers. And so it's a real thrill for me when Bill asked me to come and speak, because this really is the nitty-gritty of what the Virginia State Bar is all about. The foundation of the State Bar really is the local bar associations. They are the face of the bar. They are the people that you engage with day to day. And Bill is right, we have over 50,000 lawyers, not all active practicing lawyers in Virginia, but 50,000 who are members of the Virginia State Bar. We are a mandatory bar, so you really don't have a choice. If you want to be licensed in Virginia, you must belong to the bar. But just because you have to belong does not mean you have to be engaged. And one of my focuses during the year is really to focus on trying to get more members of the Virginia State Bar to actively engage. And there is no better example of engagement than Bill Wilson. And he and I could probably stand here and tell each other how great we are all day, but that won't help you get through your program. So, oh, they don't know who I am?
You gotta put your sign up.
Oh, he says you need to know who I am. Is that good?
And we're taking Dr.
We're done with
He's
him?
retired.
Okay. Oh, he's retired, okay.
Thank you, Billy.
But this program, the Senior Law Day program, has been mentioned a couple of times, actually started here in this bar association. And over 15 years ago, and it was such a success that it was then brought to the Senior Lawyers Conference. Now, so you understand, the Senior Lawyers Conference is not one you join voluntarily. You reach a certain point, sort of like AARP, you reach a certain point in your life, and congratulations, you are a member of the Senior Lawyers Conference. Not everyone says thank you, but it is a conference that works very hard to put together materials and information that is not only going to educate senior lawyers, but is also going to educate and help the public. And the Senior Law Day program is one of those, and it has actually become the flagship program that the Senior Law Conference puts on around the state. And if you were to sit down with most lawyers and ask them why they became lawyers, they would say either I became a lawyer to help people, or I became a lawyer to make a difference. And it is programs like this that allows lawyers to do exactly that. So thank you for coming. Thank you for participating. Thank you, Bill, and all of your speakers for putting on this program. It is a tremendously important program, and I hope you enjoy your day. Thank you.